Minecraft is named after the two core mechanics of mining and crafting. But no, that's a lie, a misconception, an assumption you and most people you know will have made. The game isn't actually named after the two main mechanics. The name Minecraft appeared in the pre-classic phase of development, on May 15, 2009. This was before survival or creative mode, or even random generation was added, so there wasn't anywhere to go mining. And while you could break blocks, I wouldn't really count that as mining. Moreover, crafting was only added to Minecraft in the in-dev phase of development on January 28 of 2010, almost a full year after Minecraft was named. Thus, the game could not have been named after the now core mechanics. Also, quick tangent, but Notch didn't choose the name himself either. He originally named his game Cave Game. This was only temporary, however, so he went to the TIG source forums, and in what I assume is a chat room, he asked for name suggestions for his new game. A user by the name of Fartronomicon suggested the name Order of the Stone, then the name Craft Miner. After that, someone named Ringu Hero edited the two ideas together, making Minecraft Order of the Stone, the original official name for Minecraft, which Notch later shortened into just the name we know today. That was one of 19 different misconceptions about Minecraft, because when a game is as big as Minecraft, both player count and feature-wise, there is bound to be a number of false things people believe to be true. I've saved the best for last, though I still think the rest are very interesting, such as our next. Phantoms. We all hate them. You want it to be night? Well, sorry, phantoms are coming to get you. You're not allowed night because you need to sleep it away. But what if I told you that skipping night isn't actually what makes phantoms go away? It's instead resetting the time since last rest statistic, which can just be done by getting in bed, then leaving immediately. Now, fortune is great. You get lots of diamonds or other ores just from one block of the stuff. But unlike what you might expect logically, it does not give you more XP. Fortune only affects item drops. Suspicious sand and gravel will never drop, no matter how you try to break it. It just shatters without dropping the item. However, these blocks aren't actually unobtainable in vanilla survival. If you're on Java, sorry bedrockers. If the block is falling for more than 30 seconds, it'll just drop as an item. But don't go to max height, instead drop it into some cobwebs or a bubble column. These will both give it enough time to fall. You've probably heard before about how Java players can play any version of the game using the Minecraft launcher. However, the launcher doesn't actually have every version of Minecraft. Some versions that the community have archived don't appear in the launcher, some versions in the launcher are modified, and some are just lost to time. Right, now the last two have been a bit niche, but this one's an actually useful tip. While sprinting, jumping, and other forms of getting around will deplete your hunger, walking won't. So if you need to preserve your hunger, just walk and only jump sparingly. Obsidian and bedrock are known for not being able to be blown up, but they aren't technically immune to explosion damage. Obsidian has a blast resistance of 1,200, and bedrock has 3,600,000. This is much higher than any regular explosion could do. However, it does mean if you made an explosion with a high enough explosion power, you could blow up these blocks. Saddles and name tags are great, yet non-renewable. Except they are renewable. You can find them in more than just structure chests. Villagers sell them. Oh, also, something I forgot about when I initially wrote this down as a misconception was you've always been able to fish them too, and that's pretty well known. But what's not well known is that classic.minecraft.net isn't the first version of Java Edition. It's actually a JavaScript remake, meaning it's not the original. However, it isn't even based on the first version. The first known version is Java Edition pre-classic RD131655, also known as Cave Game Tech Demo, whereas classic.minecraft.net is based on classic 0.0.23a_01. which if you want to find out more about this classic edition and other Minecraft editions, my last video's got you covered. Lava! That means diamonds are more likely to spawn here, right? Nope, lava pools don't make diamonds more common. It just means more blocks are exposed, making diamonds that would be there either way visible. Also, lava lakes have always spawned at the same level that diamonds commonly spawn, which is likely what propagated this myth further. Man, I wish I could jump down there and MLG water, but I'm in the nether, so I can't because water can't exist in the nether. Or can it? When you place water with a bucket or break ice, it won't make water, just particles to show it evaporated. But if you use a simple command, you'll get water in the nether. In fact, bedrock even has a special color of water for when it's in the nether. Meaning, it's not water being in the nether that is impossible, but the act of manually placing it there. Though that does mean the answer to or can it is no, because you can't MLG with a command. Or rather, you can, but at that point, why? Oh, look at that, a zombified piglin. They must have stepped through the portal from the other side, except that's not the case, most likely. Nether portals have a chance to randomly summon a zombified piglin, so statistically, seeing a zombified piglin from a portal most likely means that the portal just spawned it. However, zombie piglins, and every other mob, can wander through portals, so... You might think to not take your wolf with you to an ancient city, in fear that it'll set off shriekers and summon the warden. However, mobs cannot summon the warden. Naturally spawning shriekers only care for player vibrations, though the warden itself will target any mob, so maybe you should have trusted your first instinct to leave your furry friend at home. Gold tools are worse than netherite, except not in every way. While the durability sucks, gold tools do mine faster than netherite, though only when unenchanted. Furthermore, gold also has the best enchantability of any tier of tool. Enchantability meaning the higher the number of enchantability, the higher the chance of better enchants when using an enchanting table. Gold has 25 for armor and 22 for tools, whereas netherite only has 15 for each and diamond only has 10 for each, meaning gold has more than double enchantability than diamond. Beacon beams need direct access to the sky for them to function. Of course, this means they can't work in the nether, right? Because the beacon beam will be obstructed by the ceiling, and even if you mined the ceiling, you can't mine bedrock. Well, the beacon beam can go through transparent blocks, a transparent block being something which is transparent, like glass, or doesn't take up a full block, like a slab or stair. However, you're probably thinking bedrock doesn't fall into this category, and you are completely right. However, in 1.8.2, they made a change to just allow beacon beams to go through bedrock, even though it isn't a transparent block, meaning beacons will work in the nether. We all know not to look an enderman in the eyes, because that interaction will make them attack you. However, it actually doesn't. Now, you probably don't believe me, so just bear with me. The act of looking an enderman in the eyes doesn't aggravate them. It's actually the act of looking away after you have looked them in the eyes, meaning you can have an intense staring contest. Though the enderman will always win. Ah! The enchanting table font is the standard galactic alphabet, as many know, but it doesn't tell you the name of the enchantment. Instead, it just says subscribe to Sham _. I'm a small yet unique channel, and if you don't subscribe there's a high chance you won't see videos like this ever again. Anyway, what it actually says is just an amalgamation of random words which don't mean anything put together. Whenever you find a mob spawner, you've got to place torches on every face of it to deactivate it. However, torches on a mob spawner won't turn it off. This act in most cases simply lights up all the spawning blocks the spawner could spawn a mob on, making you think the torches have disabled the spawner, when in reality you could have just placed torches on the ground and the same thing would have happened. No! I've been blown up by a creeper! I couldn't have known it was there! They're silent before they start hissing! Except they aren't. This one genuinely shocked me when I found it out. But if you've been told that creepers are silent before they explode, you've been lied to by someone who probably thought they were telling the truth. As it turns out, creepers do make noise when they move, it's just that their footstep noises are exactly the same as the player's footstep sounds. So, since you're probably moving around, you won't notice the creeper's footsteps because they blend in with yours. Honestly, this is crazy that this is true, but since I did the research for this video and found it out, I've sometimes noticed that there was a creeper because of player footsteps, so this might actually be useful to you. Finally, Herobrine isn't actually in the game anymore. Though, seriously, Herobrine isn't real and never was. Don't fall for it, kids. Ah! I knew the truth behind a lot of these misconceptions, and the ones I didn't know made sense to me. Except for creepers not being silent. That one was such a shock, like, genuinely, what?